It's Katie Rubin, your friendly neighborhood modern mystic, energy healer, divine light channel. Hello. Happy 4th of July. Excuse me. I hope you're doing well. And I hope that even if you're not feeling particularly thrilled about America right now, that perhaps you're finding a way to enjoy the sun, a boat, some friends, a grill, some social time, some time off work. There are a lot of things we can celebrate and enjoy, even when things are difficult in the world we live in. You know, one of the reasons I love, excuse me, having a deep spiritual practice is that deep spiritual practice is even a way more pretentious way than I want to say what I'm trying to talk about. Having a connection with the realms beyond is useful it's really useful in hard times because I can be aware of what's happening in the world and not be so pulled into it and tortured by it and tormented by it. So I can take action if that's what I want to do. I can be an activist. I can give a shit, but not be so pulled into the misery of it because there's a connection I have to something that's bigger, a bigger perspective, a brighter energy, a more peaceful state of being. That doesn't mean I'm in total denial about what's going on, but it does mean that I don't have to suffer the way I used to suffer before I had this kind of connection with source. So, or you could say conscious awareness or spirit, whatever words you like. Anyways, that's just a little plug for folks finding whatever version of that is that works for you. In the meantime, here's your 3-card spread for this very strange week. And when I say strange week, I mean like, it's a weird time in our world. And I think, to be honest with you, psychically, it's going to be weird for a while. So something useful to do when things are chaotic and weird is to simplify, like keep it simple for a while. If you're looking for some advice from this person, keep it simple. How can you simplify? Hone it down, get rid of what you don't need, what's actually necessary, who really matters, where does your energy really need to go, and where does it not need to go? Okay, to that end, here's your 3-card spread. So in the recent past, we have the Ghost Lands card, very interesting card that has to do with the present moment and very be here now kind of vibes. In the present moment, we have the Spark card, which I adore. It's fun that we're having it's like a holiday day and we're getting the Spark card. That kind of makes sense to me, but let's read what Colette Baron Reed has to say about it. And the outcome card is the Dry Desert. The goddamn dry son of a bitch desert. Sometimes it's a dry desert, but let's read and understand what we actually mean by that. So in the recent past, we've been in the Ghost Lands. What are the Ghost Lands? You can learn from the past and imagine a beautiful future. See, this is exactly what I was talking about spirituality. But you must live in the here and now. So we can be upset about what has happened. We can be worried about the future and or we can be very, very in the here and now. What do we actually have control over in the here and now? What can we get busy with in the here and now? What is useful to put our energy toward in the here and now? Does it serve you and all the people in your life for you to fret and worry and panic and curl up into a ball? Or is there something maybe a little more useful we could be doing if we were super present in the moment? Whenever you set your sights too far ahead, you run the risk of losing your footing. For rarely do the present and future match up exactly on the enchanted map that is your life story. The future has no substance right now. It is a place that has no grounding as of yet. You can't live there, yet you can take measured steps toward a goal or dream. These steps are important now. The same goes for nostalgia. You can look into the past wistfully and remember beautiful moments or revisit lessons learned. However, you can't live there. Nor can you go back and change what was. Yesterday is gone forever. Live fully in the present. The now is the most powerful place to put your attention. Its magic reaches out in every direction, further than the heart and soul can see. I just have to tell you, that is spirituality in essence. That is conscious awareness in essence. That sentence, she says, I wish I could just transmit what I feel in my body about it to you. I kind of can. I'm doing it right now. But the question is, can you receive it? In other words, what does she mean when she says The energy of being present in the moment transmits or expands or extends everywhere out in so many directions. You're not, by being here now, you're not being a selfish navel gazer. That's what they like to tell spiritual people. Oh, we're so self-centered, and what are you doing for the world? And you're not out there marching in the streets. And it's like, if the entire planet were filled with people being present in the moment, we wouldn't be in the situation we're in now. So by being present in the moment, if that's something you choose to do, I'm listening to what that sound is. That's my dishwasher making noises. You become an energy frequency that changes everyone you interact with and affects everyone you interact with. So how is that self-centered? Yes, you have to pay attention to yourself and your own present moment in order to get present. But then you're contributing. That it's not either or. By paying attention to self and learning deep self-care and coming to know conscious awareness and be present, yes, it's self-centered, but it's self-centered with a purpose. It contributes to everything around you. It's like, think about it like this. It probably takes a lot of energy for a flower to grow. A flower has to be like, I'm here, I'm growing, I'm a flower. It's got to like photosynthesize light. It's got to soak in the nutrients from the earth. It's got to grow taller. Is a flower self-centered for needing a lot of things in order to live? No, it's just what the fucking flower needs. So when a flower takes care of itself, this is a silly metaphor because flowers don't take care of themselves in the same ways we have to like actively choose to do. But when a flower exists and needs what it needs to do well, to survive and to thrive, it becomes this beautiful thing that we all get to enjoy. That is the same with you. So in the recent past, something has been pushing you into being more in the moment, not the future, not the past, this present moment. Speaking of this present moment, we're in the spark card moment, which is a really nice moment. You know, holidays often do bring the kind of sparky energy that we all enjoy. You are a clear channel for divine creativity. There's a spark of creativity in you, and you have every reason to move forward with optimism and hope. Open yourself to inspiration and allow life to show you its beauty and your part in co-creating it. This is the perfect time to give birth to an idea, start a new relationship or job, or begin any endeavor. Attraction is high as you connect with others who can co-create joyous experiences and join with you in expressing the finer aspects of life. Watching a spark turn into a flame and stoking that fire is a gratifying activity. It's a fun, sparky present moment. You've got creative energies moving. You have every reason to move forward with them and trust them. So head on out. And heads up, the outcome might be a little bit of a dry desert. Feels like a mixed message, right? Feels like, wait, but didn't they just say we were sparky? Why am I going to do that if then it's a dry desert? Let's understand. Is your life presenting you with opportunities that seem to yield nothing? This is so life, isn't it? Have your ideas dried up? Does it feel like you're on an endless journey through a dry, hot desert? This card reminds you that there are times when you're meant to become resilient as you journey through harsher circumstances. You're being required to conserve your energy until, after consistent effort, you reach the oasis you're searching for. So the dry desert doesn't mean nothing's happening. It can feel when we're in a dry desert like nothing is happening. But what it actually means is you're having to persevere until you get all the way over here. See that cactus in the distance? That's the oasis we're looking for. This bitch here with her little weird skirt and shirt has to persevere through the dry desert on her own. So it's not nothing's happening. It's just, okay, I got to persevere through the dry desert and learn how to be resilient. Consider the creatures that live in these conditions. They have adapted to thrive in spite of the outer environment. In a desert, water, essential for life, can be found deep underground. I love this metaphor. Go deep within yourself now. Find your truth there. Let spirit sustain you while you locate the real source. Whatever it is you're asking about will not be found in the conditions you're in until you move past the surface of things and choose to do the real work and discover the answers deep within you. This may not seem like the most productive time, but looks are deceiving. This is a most important place to find what's truly right for you. You see, there are so many things in life that, including this season called winter, by the way, that look like, well, shit, nothing's happening. Everything's slow. I'm not getting what I want. But really, during those times, what's actually going on is that we're being asked to go within. Why are we being asked to go within? Why? Why would we want to sit with our pain? Because every piece of pain and difficulty and nugget of having to be patient that you sit with inside yourself eventually transmutes and opens into this same energy we're talking about before, the energy of presence. And the energy of presence is the energy of conscious awareness. So by learning to be resilient and persevering through external dry desert circumstances, by having to go within and find out who you really are, you become stronger. And not only do you become stronger and eventually reach your oasis where you're headed, excuse my burp, but in the meantime, you also become present. I can't tell you how many times in my life I've been sat down by the universe, right when I'm like chugging forward and things are happening, and the universe goes, that's charming, have a seat. And during the sitting, and usually after the sitting, I'm always able to see how there's no way in God's green earth I would have processed through the particular pain that was waiting to be processed through, that I processed through because I got sat down. And I'm talking about through injury, financial strain, fatigue, sickness, things that have to heal, whatever it might be. When we get sat down, aka slowed down, aka don't get what we want from the universe in the moment, when you're being asked to go within, something inside needs to transmute. So, and the result of it transmuting means more presence, more spirit, more connection, more resilience, and then eventually getting to the oasis. It's just a message for us, you guys, to not judge the process you're in. If you're in it, and remember, in the present moment, we have the spark card. Creative, fun times, let's do it. I have all the ideas. And then things feel slow in a minute. This is coming around the corner. That's okay. We're being taught to be resilient. You know, as a person who's made a lot of creative projects, I have 6 solo shows I've written. They're an hour and a half each. Sometimes I play up to 10 characters in each solo show, and they take months and months to build. And then I got to pitch them to places, and somebody has to say yes to co-producing with me. And then we put it up, and then I have to get people to come, and then maybe people pay, maybe they don't. It's a whole thing. And it takes months to do. Every time I've ever persevered in the pursuit of that, I've wound up with a product I'm really proud of and really satisfied with. I've been thinking about this because I have this idea. I have 6 solo shows, like I said, and I've toured them around the country for a long time. And I have this idea to create a solo show every 3 months for a year. And it keeps coming to me and keeps coming to me and keeps coming to me. So I think I'm going to do it. It's like very much cooking in my psyche. And I probably shouldn't talk about it yet just because it's such a new idea. But I want to talk about it right now because the amount of resilience and determination and commitment it's going to take me to complete that task is high. And there's no guarantee anyone will ever see any of it. There's no guarantee any of it will ever go anywhere. There's no guarantee it's going to work out. But when you have a creative spark that keeps coming to you and keeps coming to you and inspires you and makes you feel like that would give my life purpose and meaning, that would give me a sense of fulfillment and joy and like I'm here for a reason, committing to it is like an incredibly powerful tool to play with. Commitment is a very powerful tool. So just because it looks like you might be entering a dry desert of difficulty, remember, dry deserts are short. They don't have to last forever. It doesn't say a dry desert for 10 years. It might be 2 months or 2 hours or 2 weeks. Just because it's difficult and you're having to persevere doesn't mean to stop. It means persevere. So may this be useful to you all here on this 4th of July. And please take care of yourselves. My next healing class, I'm starting a 4-week intensive. We're not going to actually start this week, the week of the 4th of July. We're going to start the 2nd week in July. It's 4 weeks of class together. I believe we're going to do Fridays from 1 to 3. It was supposed to be a Wednesday class, but now it's going to be a Friday class from 1 to 3 Eastern time. And then you get 2 private 50-minute sessions with me. So it's a $475 class, 4 weeks of class, 2 hours each week with the whole team who's in the class. We do processing, energy work, conscious awareness, elevating your frequency, divine light transmission, processing your trauma, clearing past lives, karma, entities, pain, etc. We laugh a lot. We have a fun time. We're going to do 4 of those. And during the course of that 4 weeks, you get 2 private sessions that are each 50 minutes long, which you can use for a deep dive into your human design chart, energy healing, and or Akashic record reading. All of that happens in private sessions with me. So join us. We'll start next week. That's my Sunday highest level healing class that's turned into a Friday highest level healing intensive because Mama needs her weekends, bitches. That's why. Yeah, self-care. I love you. Tara Herbert, it's so good to see you. Hi, honey. And hi, everybody else who's watching. Have a great 4th of July. Take good care.